Thank you, Brian. Have you noticed some of the language our president has been using in this debt ceiling debate?
You do not hold people hostage or engage in ransom taking to get 100% of your way. You don't pay a ransom. You don't provide concessions for Congress doing its job and America paying its bills.
Well, psychiatrist and Fox News contributor Dr. Keith Ablow thinks that the commander-in-chief is revealing part of his personality by what he's saying. Keith joins us from Boston. Good morning to you, doctor.
Good morning, Steve. How are you?
Fine, thank you very much. All right, so, you know, the average person might hear partisan rhetoric, but what do you hear in the words the president's using?
Well, in the words hostage-taking, being held for ransom, he said that the Republicans are threatening to blow the whole thing up. There's a real victim mentality here, and it really explains the president's whole mentality and many of his policies, that if he feels victimized and believes millions and millions of us have been victimized by America, well, then that explains why he wouldn't negotiate with hostage takers and victimizers who have kidnapped him and threatened to destroy him. And I think that's the way he feels.
So are you suggesting that the president feels that he has been victimized by the Tea Party?
I think the president, going back to when his dad abandoned him, when his mother left him with his grandparents, when he describes his grandmother as intimating that she didn't trust men of color, that all of those things led him to feel victimized, hurt, and injured, and he has extended it to this country. So he comes to the corner office to right wrongs and to offer the mantle of victimization to as many people who will share it with him as possible. More food stamps. Don't learn to feed yourself. Don't find it within yourself to pull yourself up. Simply say, I've been victimized, hence I need more unemployment, more food stamps, more free health care. And you know why? Because those other people are bad. And that's what we've been hearing from him. Corporate America, bad victim takers.
Well, you know, if you're suggesting that he's got this victim mentality and he views the opposition that way, that would explain why he doesn't negotiate with them, because you said he regards them as bad people.
You don't negotiate with people who are trying to kill you and have kidnapped you. And what's more, you go around the world, as he did after his election to the first term, and you offer this victimization mentality. You go global with it. You do an apology tour. It explains really everything about this president. It's why there would be bizarre instances like him reaching out to a local police force to say this is wrong or that's wrong, because the victim is the one with whom he allies, not the strong parts of people. You know, the Republican Party is all about autonomy. What can you make of yourself? Don't look to others and don't assume that you're weak. Assume you're strong first. That's not the president or his party.
Well, you suggested in one of your earlier answers that this goes way back to his childhood. Why would that kind of person, you know, look at this guy. He's grown up to be the leader of the free world.
He's grown up to be the leader of the free world, but it's a world in which I think he believes there are people out to get you and people to be helped. So he aspires to the corner office for retribution in a certain way, to balance the scales, to redistribute the wealth, because so many millions of us, he would say, have been hurt, victimized by the system, victimized by the Constitution, which is a flawed document, he would say, that's hurt so many of us. The president sees himself as the victim in chief. He is the disempowerment president.
Dr. Keith Ablow with a point of view that a lot of people probably haven't thought about. That opinion expressed on the pages of foxnews.com. Doctor, thank you very much for making a couch call today.
Anytime. I'll show up at the White House when he needs me.
All right. I wouldn't look for a call anytime soon. All right. About 10